7 warning signs an elderly person might be in their last year. Don't overlook these clues. In the tapestry of life, there are moments that stand out as significant, moments that serve as turning points or as gentle reminders of life's precious nature. For the elderly, these moments can be particularly poignant, often whispering tales of the inevitable end of life's journey. As we age, our bodies and minds change, and sometimes these changes can signal that we are entering the final chapter of our lives. Recognizing these signs not only helps us prepare, but also allows us to cherish the time we have left. Today, let's delve into 7 warning signs that an elderly person might be nearing their last year. It is important to remember that these are not definitive predictions, but rather gentle guidance for those navigating the complexities of aging. No. 1. A sudden or dramatic weight loss. Imagine sitting down to dinner, watching your elderly loved one push their meal around their plate. The once hearty appetite that used to devour their favorite dishes is now replaced by a lack of interest in eating. This sudden disengagement from food can be alarming, and it's a sign that something might be amiss. In many cases, a dramatic weight loss in the elderly, especially when it comes on suddenly, can be a red flag, indicating that they might be in the last year of their life. There are several reasons for this. As people age, their metabolism slows down, leading to a natural decrease in calorie need. However, a sharp decline in appetite can exaggerate this effect, leading to rapid weight loss. This loss of appetite can be due to various factors such as a change in taste or smell, difficulty chewing or swallowing, or even depression. But in some cases, it can also be a sign of something more serious, like an underlying health condition. Furthermore, when someone is in the last year of life, their body's primary focus shifts towards conserving energy. This means they may start breaking down muscle and fat for energy, leading to unintentional weight loss. While weight loss on its own is not a cause for immediate alarm, it's essential to monitor it, especially in the elderly. If you notice that your loved one is losing weight rapidly and doesn't seem to have a clear explanation, it's crucial to consult with their doctor. No. 2. Changes in sleeping patterns. Imagine sitting in a quiet room, watching over your sleeping loved one. Their regular snores, which once filled the room, have been replaced by an unsettling silence. You realize they haven't stirred for hours, and a chilling thought crosses your mind. Could this be the last time you see them awake? Changes in sleeping patterns are a common occurrence in the final stages of life. As the body prepares for its final journey, it often leads to changes in the quantity and quality of sleep. You might notice that your loved one is sleeping more during the day, or that their nighttime sleep becomes more disturbed. These changes aren't just due to aging or a habit. They are often a sign of the body's response to the natural process of dying. It's essential to understand that as death approaches, the body's circadian rhythm can become altered. This means that the internal clock that regulates sleep-wake cycles may no longer function as it did before. As a result, you might find your loved one sleeping at unusual hours or taking longer naps during the day. Additionally, disruptions in sleep patterns can also be caused by pain, discomfort, or the side effects of medications. If you're noticing these changes in your loved one's sleep patterns, it's crucial to approach them with care and understanding. Ensure their comfort by addressing any pain or discomfort they might be experiencing. Consider keeping a sleep diary to track their patterns, which can provide valuable insights into their well-being and help in making necessary adjustments to their environment or medication. No. 3. A rise in the number of hospital visits. Picture this. You're driving your elderly loved one to a hospital appointment. The familiar route suddenly feels laden with a new kind of significance. Each turn, each mile marker seems to whisper, could this be the last time? When an elderly person starts making more frequent visits to the hospital, It's not just a matter of bad luck or coincidence. It often signals a shift in their health status. As people age, their health becomes more fragile and they might find themselves visiting the hospital more often. However, a sudden increase in hospital visits can be a warning sign that something more is going on. Several factors can contribute to these increased hospital visits. For instance, the elderly might have a chronic health condition that is progressing and requires more medical attention, or they might be dealing with a new health issue that has arisen. Additionally, a rise in hospital visits could also indicate a decline in their overall health, possibly signifying that their body is nearing the end of its journey. When death approaches, the body becomes more susceptible to illnesses or complications that require medical intervention. It's essential to remain vigilant and responsive if your loved one starts making more frequent hospital visits. By staying attuned to their health needs and advocating for them, you can help ensure they receive the best possible care during this challenging time. No. 4. A profound change in personality. Imagine sitting in your living room, sharing a quiet moment with your elderly loved one. You notice they seem distant, their eyes clouded with a faraway look. It's not just a momentary lapse, but a profound change that has been steadily growing. A noticeable change in personality in an elderly individual is not just a quirk or a passing phase. It can often be a sign of something more serious lurking beneath the surface. As people age, their personalities can indeed change, but a sudden and drastic shift can indicate underlying issues. This could be due to a decline in cognitive abilities, perhaps a sign of dementia or Alzheimer's disease. Alternatively, it might stem from depression, a common yet often overlooked issue in the elderly. Physical ailments or the use of certain medications can also play a role in personality changes. It's crucial to take such changes seriously and seek professional help to determine the underlying cause. Providing emotional support and understanding can make a significant difference, allowing the elderly person to navigate this change with dignity and care. No. 5. Difficulty with daily tasks. Picture this. You're helping your elderly loved one with a simple task like getting dressed. What once was an independent activity has turned into a struggle. Not only do they need assistance, but they seem confused or overwhelmed by a task they've done countless times before. When an elderly person starts having difficulty with everyday tasks, it's not just an inconvenience or a sign of forgetfulness. It can often be a red flag indicating that their health is in decline. As people age, they may naturally become weaker or slower, making daily tasks more challenging. However, a sudden or significant increase in the level of difficulty can signify an underlying issue. This could be due to a decline in their physical health, perhaps a symptom of a disease or condition that is affecting their mobility or cognitive abilities. It's crucial to take such difficulties seriously and seek appropriate support or medical advice. By doing so, you can help ensure the elderly person's well-being and dignity, enabling them to live their remaining days with grace and ease. Number 6. Social withdrawal. Imagine walking into your elderly loved one's home, expecting to find them engaged in their usual activities, and instead you find them alone and withdrawn, avoiding social interactions. At first, you might assume they're simply in the mood for solitude. But if this becomes a pattern, it could signify something more profound. As people age, they may naturally become more introverted or prefer to spend more time alone. However, a sudden or significant withdrawal from social activities can be a cause for concern. This could be due to a decline in their physical or mental health, making it difficult or distressing for them to engage with others. It's essential to respect their need for space while also ensuring their well-being. If you notice a change in your loved one's social behavior, consider reaching out to them, expressing your care, and offering support without being intrusive. No. 7. Loss of appetite and anorexia. Picture this. You're sitting down to a home-cooked meal with your elderly loved one. The aroma fills the room, but their response is underwhelming. They barely touch their food, pushing it around their plate with a lack of enthusiasm. When an elderly person starts losing their appetite, it's not just a passing phase or a quirky eating preference. It can often be a sign of something more serious going on. As people age, their nutritional needs change, and they may naturally eat less. However, a significant loss of appetite or anorexia can be a warning sign that something is amiss. This could be due to an underlying health condition, pain or discomfort, or even depression. It is crucial to pay attention to this change and consult with their healthcare provider to determine the underlying cause. By doing so, you can help ensure that their nutritional needs are met and that any potential issues are addressed properly, contributing to their overall well-being. Recognizing these signs enables us to provide the necessary care and support to the elderly in our lives, ensuring their comfort and dignity as they navigate the final chapters of their journey. Remember, it's in these final moments that love, compassion, and understanding become the most potent medicines